Good Money Friday, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new location unlocked here on the Whoopin Bets show here, presented by the Kota Sports Gambling Network. I am in my car. As you can see, when you go 0-3 on a Thursday, you can't afford to pay some things, so you have to live out of your car. That's a joke. I'm kidding. But we did go 0-3 yesterday. Very unfortunate day. And that happens, ladies and gentlemen. That happens when you shoot for the moon. And you go back to the Dallas Wings well, and it's dry. And that's what happened yesterday. An unfortunate day for us. I know some people tailed Dallas plus 7.5 and obviously ended up losing. But can't win them all. As long as we continue to just stay positive, we'll be all right. On the season, 29-25-1. Plus 6.62 units on the year. That's still a great number, ladies and gentlemen. Does 0-3 hurt? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's unfortunate. It's just awful. Awful. And I hate when we go 0-3 because we're not giving the people winners. And that's what we're here to do. So today, we're back on track. We have 2 games on tap for today. And we have some interesting games here. Now, if you've been following the show, you might be wondering, Pace, why are you even doing a video today? Why are you even doing a video today? As you have 2 games. We have a fever over game, and we have a fever over game against the Sparks, and we have it's a Fade Liberty season, right? The Liberty are on tap tonight against the Storm. So I shouldn't even be making a video. But if you've been watching, my plays should speak for themselves. My plays, some of my tweets that I've been saying, I'm taking every single fever over until the end of time. Until the end of time, we're taking every single fever over, and we're fading the Liberty. It's the Fade the Liberty season. But there's a little more to it, obviously, so let's dive into it here. The Sparks at the Fever. The line here is in favor of the Sparks, -6. The over-under, 165. There's been a ton of movement on this over. I think it opened at 163. Last night I saw it. I screenshotted it. It was at 163.5. Sorry about that. That was kind of weird. And then on the money line here, the Fever are plus 210 on the money line. Now, again, if you look at these teams, 2 of the worst defensive teams in the league, right? 2 of the worst defensive teams. Offensively, they're actually pretty strong. Offensively, they're about, I think they're both in the top 7 of the WNBA, but defensively, these teams cannot stop anyone. If you just look at the Sparks, they're coming off a Mercury win and cover, 99-94, but again, they've given up 94 points, 104 points, 83 points, 86 points in their last 4 games. If you look at the Fever here, they've given up 95 points, 92, 94, 101, 85, 2 million, 6 billion. They've given up so many freaking points. It's incredible. I believe both these teams have given up 86 points or more per game so far this season. So if you look at the total trends here, these 2 teams are combined 16-4 to the over this season. Now, there's been obviously a ton of movement. It's gone from 163 to 165. 2 points. It's jumped in a matter of a night. Right? So now it's like, okay, do you hop on a higher number because people are hammering the over, or do you now take an under that's gone up 2 points? Again, I'm a man of my word. And I'll stick to that. It's about the Fever over. I mean, how can the only way, ladies and gentlemen, that I could see that you would want to take the under here is if you look at who these 2 teams have played, they played some pretty solid competition. The Sparks have played Chicago, the Sun back-to-back, Atlanta back-to-back. Those are 3 quality, really strong opponents. Excuse me, that was the Fever. And those teams, good teams, are going to score points on you. Now, if you look at the Sparks, same thing. They played Phoenix, the Aces, Seattle, the Sun. Throw the Lynx in there, not great, but they gave up 87 points to the Lynx. So, again, you have 2 teams that are fairly strong offensively, horrible defensively. To me, that means that we're going to take this over. I know it's jumped 2 points. I understand that. 165, I get that. But how can you not? The Fever are at home. The over-under this season, the over 4-1 when the Fever are at home. The Fever are an underdog tonight. The over 5-2 to the over. The Sparks are the favorite. They're 3-1 to the over. The Sparks on the road 4-2 to the over. The numbers, baby. It's the numbers. The numbers point us to winners. And today, I wish we would have gotten at 163.5. I think both these teams get in the mid-80s to high 80s and to cash this over 165. So there's my play. In the first one, we're keeping it simple. We're following the numbers. We're sticking to what we know. We said it's the fever over all the time until the end of eternity. Fever play, we take the over. That's what we're doing here today. In our second game of the day, we have, again, another interesting game. You have the Liberty taking on the Seattle Storm. The Storm at home, minus 13. The over-under here, 158.5. The Liberty, plus 610 on the money line. Again, I'm a value guy. Again, I think I'm staying away from that. Now, one big thing for me here. Prince is back, right? Stewart's back for the Storm. The Storm haven't played in a week. They have not played in 7 days. Liberty have to go out west, obviously all the way to the West Coast and to Seattle. I think, yeah, this number might seem big, might seem scary, but the Liberty are so terrible. I mean, the Liberty are just awful. They were a 9.5-point dog against the Sun. They lost by, 30? They lost to 33 to Chicago as a 5-point dog. They were a 6-point favorite against the Fever. They lost by 6. They were a 5-point dog to the Lynx. They lost by 6. The Storm, big number. I totally understand that, but I trust the Storm. The Storm, we haven't seen the best Storm team yet, right? With Stewart out, with Prince out, 3-3 against the spread so far this season. So it's been a little up and down, but again, they haven't been healthy. And I think the week of practice that they've had is going to help this team. It's going to make this team stronger, give them more confidence. And I think that we'll see the Storm start rising in some power rankings here as the season goes on. So we're going to take the Storm minus 13 there. We have 2 plays. I know we said we're trying to get to 15 wins, right, in the next 3 days by Sunday, right? So that's the goal. We picked up 0 wins yesterday, so we still need to get 15 more. So we have 2 plays today. We're going to knock out 2 winners, then we're going to need 13 more in 2 days. We're going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. You got to believe. You got to believe. You got to believe. That's what we do on the Whoopin' Bet show. So again, today our plays are, we're taking the over in the Fever Sparks 165, and we're taking the Seattle Storm minus 13. We're about to go 2-0, get back right, and we're going to forget about our 0-3 Thursday. New location unlocked, ladies and gentlemen. Memorial weekend, right? So a big weekend ahead, no work on Monday. We might be able to unlock some more locations here in the coming days. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Whoopin' Bets show here for Friday, May 27th, I believe is the date. If you haven't followed us on Twitter, at Whoopin' Bets on Twitter, you can follow the Kota Sports Gambling Network on Twitter and Instagram at Kota Cappers. Ladies and gentlemen, we stick to what we know. It's the Fade the Liberty season. It's take only Fever overs in games, and we cash. We cash. It's a great day to cash on Friday. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing, for commenting, for watching. If you have any thoughts on today's games, or if you like the other side, if you want to fade me, totally understand. Drop them below. Subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Again, appreciate the support. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for here today, Friday. Hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll see you on Saturday. Peace.